Hey guys, and we're back with another one. How's everybody doing? How's your mental health? How's your finances? How's everything? You know, I'm keeping my wave cap on because I'm waving right now. I'm just trying to keep it cool, calm, and collected. But anyway, today we'll be reacting to Larry Wills. Him and his wife have been doing a lot of collaborations. They're doing quite well. Very well, they're getting numbers and they're entertaining. But there's this whole narrative where the Larry's this and Larry's that and his wife. I just honestly think it's just for the internet. Because when I speak to show this to my brethren or whatever from London, bro, that man's playing a game. But a lot of people in America, they're like, no, man, this is real, man. This is that. Bro, they're doing it for content. And it's becoming so serious. So serious. Like, you guys are, I don't know, anyway. So let's react to this. They did a collaboration with Clavicular, the 21 streamer. He's been getting a lot of views, a lot of streams. Obviously, he was there with the whole, when they played the Ye song, Hell, talking about with Sneeko and stuff. And he's been around. You see him wear suits. I don't think he's a red pill guy. But I don't know, because I don't really watch his content. But yeah, let's react to it. Let's see what this is about.
This as well, that she's kind of telling you how you feel and telling you that.
So these are just clips. You did a 1 hour and 50-minute stream that I'm not gonna watch the whole video, to be honest with you. However, I'll be reacting to some of the clips. Cause this doesn't look too happy about this.
You're okay with things, and just it feels a little bit like almost manipulative. Do you get that vibe of her?
I don't get that vibe, because if I genuinely wanted to befriend a female outside of a business dynamic, I wouldn't, because for one, I've never been in that position where I wanted to befriend a female that there was no opportunity for us to do business together in any capacity for the sake of just being her friend, being a friend. Like, if that was the case, like, I'd probably have the intention to fuck her. Like, it wouldn't be on some, let's just grab a coffee and grab a bite to eat. It would just be like, well, I think you're hot. Like, there wouldn't really be, like, it would be malicious intent. Like, I just can't see myself ever be in that position unless there was like a business dynamic.
Yeah, there's really no reason to ever be friends with a female. It's ridiculous.
No, you can be. I hate that narrative. Yes, you can be friends with women. I have a lot of women friends. They have boyfriends. We've never done anything. We've never spoken that type of way because they're my friend. Attractive or not. What's wrong with people? Oh, she's attractive. Or he's attractive. Or she's this. Or he. Bro, what are you doing? What are you doing here? Is the dating pool so dead that you can't look nice? You have to. Anyway, I don't know. I know this move. She's getting. This conversation came up before.
But on the opposite end of the spectrum, like, it is a little bit outrageous to have like a male friendship. The only man really that should be in your life at this point is your father, your brother, and Larry. So
we'll have to agree to disagree on that one.
So I sort of feel like, and I think you're gonna sort of agree with me here, is that you love your wife so much that sometimes you're not willing to put your foot down and say things that you don't like, and that's really good.
I don't think so. I don't think so.
You feel so passionately about her. That means the relationship is good. Mm-hmm. The attraction's there, and I'm very happy for you about that. But I think you're so worried about losing her sometimes that you're sort of losing yourself, and you're losing.
But I think you're also looking into stuff from your perspective, how you would
People are saying, oh, I saw some comments, oh, she's interrupting, she's this, she's that. Bro, you're saying she's manipulative. This is just for content. What is wrong with people, bro? Honestly, what is wrong with people? This is just content. God damn. This is just content. It's just for you. It's just for YouTube. My voice went high. This is just for YouTube. You want to dissect someone's marriage? Yes, there was some funny things going on. Well, cool. I understand that. If Larry had an issue with it, she wouldn't be streaming again. Them together. Don't they understand that?
I don't think you really look at things objectively. I think that's the problem here. You look how you would act in a situation that you're in. You don't understand it like
No, I'm not even trying to put myself into his shoes or insert myself in any way.
Like from your perspective, I feel like okay, you're setting your way and like you hear what we're saying, but you're not really like processing it in a way to understand like okay, like maybe different people work a different way. There is a different dynamic with other people, and that's what makes that's the beauty of this of us as humans.
The fact
It's
that
like
she answered the question on your behalf, I mean, that was like an
No,
extremely
I was
like
just saying, like,
directed question towards you, and
That's one thing I'll never let happen. I will never let someone come in between me and my relationship. Because I would have said to him, yes, she might have interrupted, but I want to let her finish. I want to let her speak. Bro, I don't understand. What's wrong? These guys have women, have girlfriends. Myron and them, man, they do all that sugar baby. They pay for, bro. And how am I listening to any of you, man? Joke, man.
Like I said before, it seems like there's some sort of manipulation sometimes. Her sort of telling you how you feel. When I was asking you, like, genuinely, could this be it? So like you don't even have to answer the question. It's just something to keep on your mind. Like maybe you are just scared of navigating things wrong and losing the thing that you love, and that's very understandable. I don't think that anyone should fault any man for having that sentiment, because that makes you human, right? That makes you extremely human. Someone who's
It's what people do, yeah. When they want to make a point, and the point is, their opinion is, they don't like what someone else is doing. So instead, this is what they will do. This is how they will set up the whole thing. Yeah, the first they'll say is, bro, like, I think you're a cool guy. You have so much things going on. Like, you're a lovable person. You're this, you're that. And then they will say, but bro, you shouldn't allow this person to make you feel like this or make you do this when you don't want to do this, because you are a stand-up guy. You are, bro. That's manipulation. What's been done there? When people can't say what they want to say to your face, they will say it around the corner. What they will say is, they'll say something nice to you, and then they will say something mean to you. Then they'll say something nice to you again. That's how the game goes.
Who's not a psychopath, and someone who's deeply in love. So, I admire you for that, and I hope you're able to sort of cultivate this relationship going forward in a way that just makes sense as much as possible for you. So, like, you don't have to say exactly how you feel or exactly what you want on the internet, but just going forward, sort of, I'm just hoping maybe you could keep some of this in the back of your head so that you're looking out for sometimes some of these different tactics that are being used, So, just going forward.
She is reading the comments. She is not pleased.
Just It's always good to have that
She.
conscious.
I've been trying to tell her that Larry has leverage, not her.
And I'm standing on this hill where I say, like, I genuinely do not have an issue since the beginning with her being in contact with a male friend that was many years before my time. And that's that. You know, and maybe many here in the chat that I can see them.
I'm with Larry with that. I don't mind. If a person's gonna do something, the person's gonna do something with or without. We're on this big, massive planet together. This massive planet we live on together. And you're saying to me, I ain't not allowed to have a female friend, or she's not allowed to have a male friend. Bro, grow up. Grow up. Because if the person does anything, that's it. You move on. Done. End relationship. That's it.
Them spamming on the bitch, I'm on a leash or whatever. Probably people that aren't even in a relationship themselves.
Exactly.
Trying to tell me, a married man, happily married by the way, like that I'm X, Y, and Z and I should behave this way. But I'm happy in our relationship. And when it comes to that particular male friend, I know it's platonic. I take her word for it. I trust my wife. Like, there is no discomfort. Whenever we have discomfort, talk about it. And this is how come we be able to make it 5 years, right? Because our communication is so strong. I don't bottle things inside. I don't just explode one day like, well, like, what's
facts? Come on.
Really at play here? Like, what do you have going on with this person? Or I don't trust you doing this or that, or talking to this person, that person. That's not how we get down. Like, we don't argue, we don't fight ever, right? We genuinely have a very healthy relationship because our communication is rock solid. So when these things that whether it's the beginning, the middle, or now come up, whatever it is, we just talk it out.
Absolutely. And listen, the last thing that I'm trying to do.
Man's 21. You're 21.
And say this part of your relationship doesn't work. This isn't going well, because that would be retarded, right? I'm a 20-year-old kid. That doesn't even make any sense. You guys have been married for 5 years. You understand each other more than I or anyone on the internet ever could. All I'm simply saying is being brought to attention or being made aware of potentially some other perspectives or some other things that could be going on is always good, right? So, like I said, not trying to convince you anything is wrong or you should operate differently in any way at all. Just something to keep on, in the back of your head. And when you see different behaviors, it'll sort of be like a little trigger, like, maybe I have to reevaluate my position a little bit. And I've always had people doing that for me, and it's something that's been very useful because love kind of blinds you in a lot of cases. And friends have always been there to look out for me.
I know
when I wasn't navigating through that kind of stuff in the best way. And the same thing was true for me. I was like, no, this is going well. I might be okay with this.
Bro, you're 21 years old. You're 21 years old.
And then they tell me, maybe this is a little bit of manipulation. Maybe you can navigate it a little better. I'm like, yeah. But it's in my head now, and I can react in a little bit of a different manner going forward. When
but the moment you put other people in a relationship, I think that's wrong. Like, I understand your perspective. You should have somebody else tell you, but I feel like, okay, we know our dynamic, and I feel like you should never let other people be involved in your relationship. I never tell any of my friends or my family whenever we have a problem. We talk, we sort it out, because nobody else should know your business. And I don't need my friend to give me a perspective on my relationship. They can never get the grasp a full picture of our relationship and our dynamic based on like the information I give them, because it's just like one-sided. My friends hear my story, his friends would hear only his story, so there is never a full picture. So I feel like we should not take anybody's advice on our relationship unless it's something like, okay, like we went to a therapist and like we want to really talk about it and we like openly say both of our stories, and that's like very different situation.
That's where I'm going to hugely disagree that the people around you and the people who are super close to you in your circle shouldn't have an idea of what's going on or shouldn't give you any advice as to sort of what you're doing. Your male friends, if you've cultivated those relationships in the right way, your circle is the right people, will never betray you and always have your back. That is not something that could be said about really any woman, right? So,
What? Huh? What? What? I don't understand. What?
kind of understanding that, and that there will always be those people in your life, those actually true friendships who are doing everything and will look out for
He's
you.
waffling. He is waffling. He is waffling. He's incompetent because he is waffling. Duck and waffles, bruv.
In any way necessary.
Roscoe's chicken. Is it Roscoe's chicken the waffles?
It's good to have those people having a little bit of a picture into what's going on.
But you have friends who betrayed their friends after like 30 years of friendship, and they thought they were loyal, they were, like the best. I genuinely feel like, and I think we spoke about this and you agree as well, we should not ever put other people in our marriage and talk about, like our problems. We don't bring our relationship stuff out to public and to friends.
I believe our problems should be discussed amongst each other, not amongst our friends and family. Because as my wife said, and I agree with her, it's largely one-sided. When you're telling your problem to your friends and family, whatever it is between your partner, they're only hearing your version of it, your perspective. They're not seeing the full picture, right? And usually there's a bias, right? So can they accurately give you advice if they're not seeing the full picture? Now, if it was a professional sitting down like you are, right? Not saying that you're a therapist, but like someone that's mediating to the people in the relationship, that's different, right? Because now they're seeing the full picture, but it's never the case. It's always like he said, she said, right? It's always just one-sided.
But here's the thing, just for the people in the audience who are watching, if you're the man and you're wrong and you're just giving your friends your side of the story, that's still okay. That's still not going to be an issue, because at the end of the day, you should be operating out of self-interest and making a relationship that makes sense to you and the most ways possible. So
Larry is a very intelligent person. So he's looking at it thinking, what is that talking about?
It still wouldn't be a problem.
Do you think that when men are wrong and they talk to their friends and family closest to them, that they're admitting that they're wrong? Or do you think they're changing the story to make it fit them best? Like they're spinning a slightly different narrative?
Even if they're doing that, I'm creating a new narrative. It's really not a big deal, because like I said before, like you should be the prize. You are the prize in the relationship as a man. If you've done everything to sort of
He's on that red pill.
Set yourself up as a high status, high value male. You know what I mean? So
He doesn't know what's going on.
it's like even if you were to be operating in bad faith for some of this stuff, it still benefits you in terms of operating out of self-interest.
What about her?
Well, I mean, it's it's the name of the game. Not everything in life is fair, is kind of what I would say.
Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with like life is not fair.
Like it is sort of a battle, like it's a power dynamic at the end of the day. Not really a battle, but it's a power dynamic. So maintaining that is extremely important, and it's competitive, right? It's two people playing against each other to maintain that power, and that power should be in the favor of the male in a healthy relationship. That's how it's always historically been. That's what makes sense, because a man knows how to lead
He has no clue what he's talking about.
Two people knows how to lead a family towards success, towards sustainability.
I think that was the case for before. I think the dynamic of men has changed a lot nowadays. Like I think nowadays men are very different from before men. Like have you not noticed
But everything that I just said is still true about Larry, even if it's not true about an entire society.
Yeah, but you're speaking.
Okay. It is. Honestly, I think.
Navan, the number one rated
wow.
business travel platform.
I honestly think people are just overthinking this. He's married to a beautiful woman. He's making his money through streaming. He made money somewhere else. Maybe this is helping her as well. Maybe she felt a bit not. Felt like I don't know what she was doing, so I can't say. But I'm just going by just in my opinion. She might be thinking, oh, what am I going to do? I want to do something in the YouTube realm and so on and so on and so on. So streaming is the one. Maybe later on she might start streaming herself or start doing some own brand or something. So, but I don't know what's the big deal. Why everyone's so fixated on this Larry Wills and his wife. That's nuts, bro. Go get someone. Yeah, damn. If she was ugly, you wouldn't say anything. I think that's the issue. Guys, like, follow, subscribe. Man, no.